All right, you guys, it's Tasha, Mama Bear Prepping. So welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. Get your drink, pull up. Look at my new cup. I got me a new little birthday mug, little Mama Bear. I got a Mama Bear metal artwork as well, too, that I'm going to put on my wall. But as you see, I'm in the kitchen today. So we're going to talk about it. First of all, I hope you had a great weekend. I had a great birthday weekend. It was Easter weekend. It was just very relaxing. Got lots of things done. Got lots of projects done outside. Just worked in the garden, bought plants, planted plants, worked on, plants in the front yard, worked on planter boxes, just did a ton of stuff. Worked on this little pond that we have, worked on that a little bit. Just several little projects, all kind of around gardening and our garden and our plants outside, things like that. I bought a bunch of plants for indoors too. You guys, I just was going nuts. That was basically my birthday present to me, was just going nuts on plants, okay? So let's talk about things that we should be doing. I'm not gonna hold anything back in this video. This is stuff that I think we should be doing. I think you should be doing. This is definitely stuff I'm doing. This is definitely stuff to just start paying attention to, okay? And some of these are my normal yada, yada, yada. You're gonna be like, okay, we got it, stack food. But some of the stuff is going off of specific things that are happening. So number one thing, stop drinking the tap water. You heard me. So there's been reports, there's all types of conversations out there happening right now with our tap water, things that are happening with our tap water, all types of conspiracy theorists with our tap water. I think that it is smart to not just drink tap water. Now, I'm not saying anything about it tastes bad. I'm better than that. None of that stuff, okay? This isn't some kind of bougie, like, I don't drink tap water. No, I drink tap water, but I drink tap water that is ran through the Berkey, okay? So you need to have a water filtering system in your home, and you need to be filtering water. Do not just be drinking the tap water straight. So many things that can happen. Cyber attacks, our enemies, human error, our infrastructure is trash. We already know that. There's just a ton of reasons why it is not smart to just drink the tap water without it, at a minimum, running it through some sort of filtering system. Now, will that stop everything if certain things happen? No, absolutely not. But it's your best defense before you've been warned about something, like a must boil notice or whatever, okay? So get your water, get a water filtering system and be running your water, and don't be drinking the tap water just straight from the tap without running it through, at a minimum, filtering system, okay? Next thing I have is get and preserve chicken and eggs. Crazy bird flu, it's getting out of hand. I don't think this is the end of it. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I think that you're gonna have a lot of overreach. I think that we're gonna get to a time period where there's no chicken, there's recalls, eggs, and some of that is already happening. We're already seeing shortages in some areas, but I think that it's important right now to concentrate on getting your chicken and you're getting your eggs and preserving them and getting them just done. Just get that meat and those eggs done. Get it preserved, get enough in your freezer, fridge, preserved in 5 different ways, right? But get it preserved and get it now so that later it's not an issue, okay? Because the longer you let that go, you're gonna regret it. And if your family eats a lot of chicken, you guys eat a lot of eggs, a lot of American families eat a lot of chicken and eggs, that's a huge part of your diet that will just be gone and you won't be able to get it, okay? Next thing I have, prepare your fallout window kits. First of all, if it is not concerning enough to you about what is going on, I'm not saying believe all the bread and circuses that are happening. I'm not saying, hey, look at all this big circus, pay attention. I am saying pay attention. I'm not saying believe everything that you see, but I am saying that there are signs on the wall that this has the potential of going bad, okay? And I know a lot of people would disagree and be like, there's no way. But I would say that we are not safe, and there's still huge potential of nuclear exchange, okay? And with that being said, it would behoove you to look at your home, figure out where you would go. I know that a lot of you live in apartments. I know a lot of you do not have basements. I do not have a basement, okay? I don't have some kind of bunker. I don't have a fallout shelter. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm a normal chick with a normal house like other people, okay? Figure out in that apartment, in that house, whatever you have, whatever you live, okay, where you would go when you get a message on your phone saying take cover, that there's an incoming whatever. Where would you go in your home? Okay, where would you live in your home for 3 to 4 weeks? Okay, if something happened and there was fallout, where would you live? Okay, how would you fortify it at all, if at all, within your home? Okay, the center of your home is the safest. Okay, basements are the safest, the lowest possible. Okay, 10 feet from everywhere. Okay, 10 to 15 feet from all sides, right? If you can, from the ceiling. Our issue here is we have a single home. We can't do 10, 15 feet from the ceiling. Okay, so do what you can do. It is what it is at that point. Okay, if you make it through a blast, now it's, what's the next phase? Getting through any kind of fallout. How close are you to that fallout? Weather patterns are, and other variables matter, but get your window kits done. Do the things now that are going to make that situation less stressful. Imagine if you have window kits done, vacuum sealed in a bag, in that room, and you can tell people, hey, start doing that window. Start doing that window. Or if it's just you, and that's fine, you in your mind know which windows are priority, which windows and doors you're going to do first, and then you at least have the kits done, so you just can calmly open the kits, do that window. Open the kit, do that window. Open the kit, do that window. Even if it's just you and your little ones, and you're the one that's doing all the work. Imagine the time that you have saved and the stress you saved by having that stuff ready to go. Okay, and I think that it's an important thing, because once you do it, it's done. It's done, okay? And you don't have to worry about it. And could it never happen? Hopefully it never does, okay? At a minimum, hey, you have a kit done that you could use for weatherizing a window in the wintertime, okay? So just think it through, get it done. Next thing I have is stack food, meds, and supplies. So just, again, stack it to the rafters, stack food, stack water, stack your meds, stack supplies, get the things. Again, when things go real left, when something happens that's hardcore, like the economy drops out from underneath of us all of a sudden one day, and we're immediately, in a recession, and it starts getting crazy, people are going to panic. There's going to be panic buying, and it's not just going to be panic buying with food and water. It's going to be all the supplies. It's going to be all the preparedness items, all the prepping items, all the garden items, all the food preservation items, all that stuff, all the camping stuff. All that stuff is gone, and you could no longer get it. Okay. Next thing I have is get water inside your home. So again, I know a lot of people keep water outside, or have water that they plan to procure that's outside, right? Like we have a well, we have a pond, we have water catchment barrels. Hey, we have a bunch of water in the garage, or we have a bunch of water in a shed, or whatever. That's great. I love it. I love all those things. But you need to work on getting water in your home. Again, if you're in a fallout type of situation, the last thing you want to be trying to do is lug supplies and lug heavy water and different things that you need in the home, to the home from a garage, or from a shed, or from the backyard, or what good does it do? You can't, that pond is not going to help you, right? So be thinking about emergency crisis, emergency situations, things that could have a couple weeks. Have that water in your home already, okay? Just my 2 cents. Next thing is stack fuels. When I say fuels, this is fuels for everything that makes something run. This is down to boxes of matches, batteries, battery banks, power banks. This is wood, charcoal, butane, propane, the jet fuel things, the sternos, all of that stuff is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about fuels. Get all of the things. Get lamp oils, kerosene oil, all of the things, okay? And get a lot of it, so you have options. You have options for off-grid cooking. You have options for your lighting situation, cooking situation, heating situation, whatever it is. You'll have options. Get all those things, because again, just like I mentioned before, supplies, that is a supply that will go, and it goes quick, okay? Our gas situation overall is already kind of in a fragile state. And so, but I think it's more important to talk about that and discuss that and have that. But I think it's so much more important to have all of the other fuels that I've just talked about, okay? Next thing I have is weatherizing your home. weather. Man, weather has been crazy this year. First of all, the last few years, it has just really ramped up to just having all types of crazy weather, stuff that hasn't happened in decades or centuries in different areas that are all of a sudden happening. Homesteads having to deal with different weather patterns that they're not used to doing, growing food in weather patterns that have not happened for a while. Unprecedented flooding. You have super cold, super windy. Like here, it has been windy like nobody's business, okay? Still wintertime. It hailed the other day. I'm going to tell you guys what happened to my plants. I put out a few plants early, right? And it was past frost date, well past frost date. It had been really, really windy. I waited. I finally put some plants out. Not all of them, just a few of them. Baby, do you know that it hailed for like 25 minutes straight? Huge hail for 25 minutes. Now, if anybody knows about hail, normally hail doesn't last that long. Maybe sometimes 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds to, I'd say, long-term hail that I'm used to seeing, maybe a couple minutes. 25 minutes, I watched it hail on these stinking plants. I had nothing to really cover them. First of all, I didn't think the hail was going to last that long, okay? I thought, okay, plants, you can get through this little bit of hail, whatever. Oh my goodness, it just was horrible, okay? Plants got beat to death, had to pull them all out. They're dead, they're gone. Don't worry, I've already replanted, and I replanted everything. Like, I came back strong. Like, I don't care. I'll replant 10 times if I have to, okay? Food is important, but weather is an issue, and you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out for your area and how it's changing. It's different, okay? We're dealing with things that we wouldn't normally have to deal with. There's parts of the state still dealing with just up the road snow still, okay? It's the middle of April. It's crazy, okay? What that also means normally too for us is super hot summer, okay? Now, summers have typically been hot here already, but now I'm thinking now that I'm back, I'm preparing for even hotter, okay? So weather, getting used to that, weatherizing your home, doing the things now to prepare for different things on your property in your home, flooding of your home. Get those things that you need now, sandbags, different things to, move water, even simple things, maintenance things like shovels and things like that to make trenches or to move and displace water away from certain areas on your property. Weatherizing windows, plastic, blankets over certain doors, those things that you put at the bottom of the doors, putting stuff around your pipes. I'm like losing the word right now, but insulating your pipes, right? Different things that you can do now to insulate and weatherize your home, okay? Or think about the time frames that you might have to do that, or think about things that might happen. Fires is a big issue. That's weather, and the weather and the wind, and taking that, and then it's super, super dry, and all of that stuff is stuff to be concerned with, and that you should be working on all the time to make sure that you are getting your house to the best place that you can get it to. And this counts even if you're in an apartment. I'm still thinking about weatherizing. What if I have to put stuff over windows, cracks, places that air's getting in? The things that I can control, I'm doing, okay? And think about it, especially if you're growing food. Think about weather and how that's going to impact your growing seasons, and things that you might need to buy to help assist you, right? Buying a little cage that you could just throw on top of that for a moment where you saw hail or crazy wind, some wind breaking stuff that I can throw on real quick, okay? Different things. You're going to have to get used to working it out and figuring out some new techniques possibly to get it done. Next thing I have is stack cash. I've always kind of steered away with, hey, stack cash. And I've always tried to just say it as just a basic economic, smart thing to do, emergency preparedness, have a little bit of cash on you, have a little bit of cash just so that, hey, something minor happens, banks shut down, just ATMs don't work for a little bit, grid down type situation, have some cash. What I'm telling you now today is get cash, stack cash aggressively. The economy is going to break. I don't know if the dollar will make it through it, but it's going to break at some point. And so you do not want to be stuck. You want to have your cash. If it's going to go total to shit, then fine. And that dollar loses it and it's never worth anything again, then fine. You didn't lose anything because you're going to lose it all anyway. Okay. However, though, if cash is still a thing, can still be used, whatever, you're going to want to have that so you can still continue to pay whatever bills can be paid and to buy things that you might need, okay, to survive and be able to continue to purchase things and have the ability and option to do so. All right. Next thing I have is complete your card kits and your go bags. So I'm huge on 99%. We will be bugging in. We will stay here, but that is no reason to not have your card kit done, completed, your go bags, your evacuation bags, your a little bit more extensive bug out bags, whatever you want to call them, to have that stuff ready. My house can still burn down today. Okay. And I still need to be able to get in a car and go and have some sort of supplies and things with me. Okay. You know, certain things can happen that send me out of my house. Okay. You'll know when you need to leave, but it's super important that you are prepared in a way where you, at least have the option to be able to leave, and not just leave, but have some supplies to take with you, and not just, oh, we're getting in the car, we don't know where we're going, and we don't have anything left, okay? And then the last thing I have is fortify your home. Really, it's start with your front door. Can your front door be kicked in? What can you do to fortify that? Put a couple bull locks on it, couple other deadbolts on it. Maybe put a zombie bar, or outfit it for a zombie bar. Maybe have a night lock. Maybe get a security screen door that you have as well. Maybe get a brand new door if you need to get a brand new door. Longer screws, whatever it is, start there and then go to the other doors that you have in your home. Go to windows now, fortify those. Go outside. What things can you put locks on? Okay. I think that crime is so high. It's just getting out of control. Highest numbers we've seen for a very long time for murder, for rapes, for even suicides, that type of violence, people hurting other people, theft, food theft. It's just people following people home, right? So that they can steal from them. People that, marking homes, or, sabotaging people's tires so that they'll get, have to pull over because of a flat tire, and then taking advantage of them as far as, stealing from them, taking from them. It's just getting bad. You've really got to watch your back these days. And so it's super important to fortify your home, fortify yourself. Don't be a soft target. Make it hard for somebody to just take from you. And when you're out and about, you got to start paying attention to yourself and your surroundings, and have that high situational awareness of what's going on around you. Okay. There's videos of people just walking up to people at gas stations and beating them up. All this stuff happening with shootings and all this stuff. It's just a lot right now. Okay. And you're fine. We're fine. This ain't nothing to panic about. This is not no fear mongering. These are things that I think about. These are things that I'm working on every day. These are things that I think that you need to work on every day. Concentrate on getting better in these areas. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Looking forward to seeing your comments as always. Hope you guys have a blessed Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.